So I was just about this close to not filming a video today because I came home from work and I just wanted to do a load of cleaning and boring stuff like that, and sorting some things out to do with my phone bill and boring crap. And I started cleaning and I kind of was looking in my kitchen and I was like, do you know what, I could get rid of some of this stuff. And I thought, it's not going to take much of an effort for me to just quickly film this, and I know that everyone enjoys my minimalism videos, so I'm going to view this as like a second go through of my kitchen. Not a proper deep clean or not a proper deep reorganization like my first video. If you haven't watched that, I did it in 2 parts. I'll link it here and in the description. I went through my whole kitchen and like got rid of loads of stuff, but I was just going through my drawer and for some reason we've gathered loads of forks and knives and I don't know how, and we have loads of jars and we have there's lots of things I just want to get rid of because our washing up space is small enough as it is without all these extra things on top of it. And yeah, I just wanted to go through it, and I thought if I'm gonna do that I might as well film it. First thing that I just did, I will show you, is there's all of these, that's loud. There's all of these knives and forks. I don't know how this happened because I swore that I got rid of loads of knives and forks, but maybe I just didn't get rid of that many. So I've limited it down to 6 of each, and these are the leftovers, and there's 2 of us. We don't need more than that. And you might think, oh, what if you have guests? Well, we live next door to my parents. If we ever had guests, we can always borrow their knives and forks. And in the future, you know, if we live somewhere else, we might need more. But for now, we don't need that many. And these just are, it just means that you have just a continuous cycle of loads and loads of knives and forks in the little, you know, when you wash up, and we have a little knives and forks container thing. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of all of those. And another thing that I got rid of, I should have shown you this as I was doing it. I had, I don't know, maybe I showed you or you saw on the kitchen tour, I had a really big jar holding these things, you know, the sort of utensil things. I had a really big jar holding it and it just took up loads of room here. So I've just used one of our jars. I actually prefer the way it looks, and it just takes up a lot of space. It takes up a lot less space, sorry, because the other one was like all this space here, so I think that's just much better. And I also got rid of 2 wooden spoons that we didn't need because we don't need more than, like, we already had I think 3 or something, so yeah. And the next thing I want to tackle is here. I know that I did it last time, but I just want to reorganize it and get rid of a few stuff that I haven't touched yet, because I just kind of think that the first initial go through, sorry if this is a really boring video, this might be quite like talky and me going over stuff. The first go through of the kitchen, I was just organising and getting rid of stuff that I hadn't touched in a while. I think it's important when you do these sort of clear outs and declutter that you do it again regularly, because you'll find the first time you do it, you go through the things that you literally never use. And then once you've done that, you start to notice things that you don't actually need as much, things that you don't use but you thought you might have. So there's lots of spices and stuff that I thought, I was like, oh yes, we'll use those, we'll use them up and stuff, and we haven't even touched them. And I think that I did that kitchen organisation thing like a month or 2 ago, so there's definitely things that I can get rid of in here, including some of the teas, and including there's just some stuff we just aren't gonna use. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like after, but currently it's like this. This is obviously all very lovely and organised. Oh, it's nice and dirty. I've definitely spilt something in there. That's another thing I'm gonna do, is clean this cupboard, because I haven't cleaned this cupboard in ages. I'm being real here. People's houses aren't immaculate. My house is definitely not immaculate. Yeah, this is all very perfectly nicely organised. We use all these spices, so it's just all of this craziness which has descended into mess pretty quickly since we organised it. So yeah, this is the before, and I will show you the after. It's looking better. It's not looking amazingly better. The reason we've got so many is because we have a problem with buying hot sauce. So if you look, there's peri peri, there's another peri peri, and these two like very nearly finished, but sriracha came into my life and these just kind of took a sideline. And then we've got red hot Franks, and then we've got this other one back here and a Scotch bonnet one. And we just haven't been using them ever since I bought sriracha, so they've just kind of been sitting there. So our sriracha's run out, and I'm on a sriracha ban until I've used all of those. So we can, you know, I think it'd be better to just have like a couple hot sauces rather than 7. And then all these things like satay sauce, This Alex is meaning to use up, and this, and this. And I was gonna throw them out, but then I just thought Alex will get mad at me if I do that. So I've just got rid of the ones that we definitely haven't used and will not use. To be fair, Alex has been trying his hardest to get through these, like the hot dog sauce he's used, and yeah. And I just organised it a little bit neater. So I put the lemon here because it was up there. And I put the curry powder in a little thing. And then up here, very similar, we just got rid of coffee. So here are the things I'm getting rid of. So we got rid of the coffee because this has been here ever since we moved in, and neither of us ever drink coffee, so there's no reason for it. Coffee's bad for you anyway, so sorry Alex. And all of these teas I'm intending on drinking now it's coming to the winter, so I'm gonna have one this evening to get it started. And this is just, this is what, this is maybe something a little that some of you might relate to. Being a minimalist, living with someone who isn't minimalist. So what Alex likes to do, it's kind of what I used to do. So he has bought all of these Marmites. So there's one Marmite, there's a squeezy one. So what he did is like, oh, it's a squeezy one, and he's got the standard one. And then he's like, oh, I'm gonna try the the Morrison's own brand of Marmite and see if it's any different. And then the problem is that we only eat Marmite, you know, every now and then. So we've just got 3 jars of Marmite, and then the same again with peanut butter. He has this huge thing of peanut butter, and then he saw these ones, you know, 55% extra free, and he got them because they were on offer. And the problem is he eats peanut butter like every now and then again. They're really not foods we eat very regularly. So this annoys me that we have all of these things stocked, and I don't even know if we're gonna eat all of these before we move out of this flat, because next year I'm gonna go traveling. So Alex, if you're watching this video, you need to eat these Marmites and peanut butters, please. Yeah, so it's, at least it looks a little bit neater and organised. That's the main thing. So on to the next thing. Some of you might think I'm crazy, but these Booja Booja have been in here since my birthday and since Christmas. The one of them I got for my birthday, one of them I got for Christmas. And I really like them, but I just find the champagne ones a bit intense, and I only ever eat one at a time. So they've just been sat here, and I honestly, I've said this before in my videos, but since going vegan and eating like high carb, I just don't crave chocolate anymore at all. I used to be the biggest chocolate fiend, and I just don't crave it. And yeah, they're going in the bin. They've been in there too long. Now I think I'm gonna get rid of these, but I feel like I don't want to, because this is the struggle. It's like, I want to put these to good use, but because we don't really ever use them to drink out of. Alex and I typically just drink water from massive jars, and we drink smoothies from massive jars. So these are kind of the ones we use when nothing else is washed up. So I'm trying to think of good uses. I'm not going to get rid of them, so leave in the comments good uses for jars this size. I know that I could use them for some flowers, so that's a good idea. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I could use them in the office for pens. But I'm going to keep them, but just not in the kitchen, and I'm going to figure out a new use for them. Okay, so I've put this one to good use. I just plucked some hydrangeas from outside, and I'm going to put them on our table. That looks lovely. Very cute. So now I've just got to put that to use. Just one of them. The other day I did actually film something that I got rid of in my kitchen, so I'll insert that clip here. So I'm going to get rid of these knives because these large ones are really blunt and we don't use them. We only use like 3 or 4 other knives. We don't need this many knives. It's not necessary. And this knife sharpener, because I have another knife sharpener that I rather use. This one's a bit tricky to use and it's very old. And I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to keep these 2. So that's the serrated one for bread. This is one we use all the time. And then we have, I think, 2 others, maybe 3 others. I was watching a TED Car video and he said, if you're new to minimalism, then try and get rid of one thing every single day, because that way you are doing it very slowly, doing it very carefully, and not like putting pressure on yourself. And it's not like this huge thing, oh my gosh, I've got to get rid of everything. But if you just get rid of one thing every single day, then that's a really surefire way of reducing the amount of things you own. So I started with a chair and also a knife set that I had. So it was a knife set in like a block of wood. So I just got rid of it. It's freed up so much space on my kitchen counter, which is way better. And the chair wasn't in the kitchen, but it was in my bedroom, and I got rid of that because it was just a place to accumulate clothes. and it was just a place, especially for Alex, to just put his clothes there so he didn't have to put them away in the wardrobe. And that was kind of when the wardrobe wasn't organised. Since we've organised it, I'm sure it'll be a lot easier for him. Do this with me, do it along with me. Leave in the comment below what you're getting rid of today, because we should all get rid of one thing today, but I'm going to try and do it and mention it on all of my vlogs, so remind me if I forget. I'm going to make myself some dinner now. Oh my god, this cat is insane. He's playing with the little, look. This is the thing on my pyjamas. You need to stop! Frankie, you're hurting me. Look what he's done. I might as well just pull it out now. Great. Well, that can be a toy for you, can't it? You crazy cat. You do not know crazy until you've met this cat. My cat, Frankie, is the craziest lunatic cat in the universe. Look. What are you doing, Frankie? Huh? So now you're calm. How convenient. I think it's because he knows I'm watching him. Once you first do a big declutter of your house or your kitchen or your bedroom, wherever, it's important to keep doing it, to not just like accept it and leave it, but to keep on top of it, because you do buy new things, especially for your kitchen, because you're constantly buying food. So it's good to keep on top of it and just have, like, as I said, one thing a day that you get rid of. And to regularly, next thing I'm going to do is go through my wardrobe again, and it won't be anywhere near the amount that I got rid of the first time, but it's still, you know, decluttering and reducing and minimizing. Let me know in the comments what you're getting rid of today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.